Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we are going to give you a tarot card reading. I'm also going to use an oracle card deck. I'm going to pull out one card from the oracle card deck called Whispers of Love. I love this deck. It focuses on love and relationships itself. Your name and info will be confidential. I will only go over your questions. So before anything, we are going to sage. A little bit really quickly. And do a quick little prayer. Okay. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I am focused on right now, to reveal to her now what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now open to spirit to receive any information to her. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in her card reading today. I will only welcome information from God's purest intention and God's white light. Thank you. Amen. Alright, so we will begin now, hon. So I do have your questions here, and we'll start off with your first question. Let me put the charger really quickly. Because I do see here my computer's charger. Battery is dying. Alright, we got it. Alright, we're good. Okay, so your first question is, I had a date with a guy called, it was really lovely, and I would like to see him again. However, he hasn't really been in touch since we met and never asked me to see me again. Am I right to assume that he did not like me in a romantic way? Was he not attracted to me? Alright, so let's pull out 3 tarot cards for that. And we'll pull out one from this, if anything, since we are talking about love. What's strange is I do feel like you and this person have a connection. I feel like you guys actually have a lot in common. If anything, if you do get to know each other to that point. And I feel like he liked you a lot. I don't know why. If you're saying he hasn't contacted you in a while and he hasn't spoke about another date. I do feel like he likes you and he actually was very attracted to you and very attracted to your personality. So it's a little bit strange that you're telling me that. So let's pull out 3 cards here. I don't feel like he's a super outgoing guy. If anything, he can be shy. So if he hasn't really spoken to you, it's probably that he's shy and he doesn't know how to talk to you again. I'm not sure. But I just feel like you guys have a strong connection, like itself. Like you guys can talk. If anything, I have to say, if he hasn't contacted you, I am feeling by the energy itself, he's probably really busy or he's not really looking for a relationship. I feel like he appreciated you and he feels like there's a huge connection, but if anything, he's just not ready. He's not ready for anything like that. And I feel like he's the kind of person too, if he would just go out with you again, he'll like you too much, so you wouldn't want it to get that far. I don't feel like he's just the kind of guy to just do it with you and just play games with you. He's not that kind of person, so that's why he's not contacting you. He just doesn't want to play games. He doesn't want to do that. So he is a nice guy. I feel like he is a nice guy, and the fact that he's not doing that is a good sign. But I feel strange about it. I feel like either He doesn't want a relationship. He's not ready right now, but I do feel like you're like on his list. I know it sounds horrible, but you're like on his list that like he knows that you guys have a connection. So if he would ever want a relationship, he could like contact you, or he would want to see you again. But I have a weird feeling he is gonna contact you again. Um, yeah, I do feel like he will contact you again. Now, I just feel like he's either a shy guy or he just wants to take it really, really slow. Okay. But he's that kind of person that takes him a while, like he takes a very slow time to get to know someone. Um, and if anything, he's just not ready, so it's like he wants to take it slow. And it's not like he's not that kind of person to just be fixated on talking to that person 24/7 and being with that person. He's not like that. He's just very just feel like he appreciates you and he likes you a lot. I do feel like he'll contact you again, so just know that. Keep that in mind. I feel like he will contact you again based off of what I'm feeling vibrationally here. So feel a little goodness there, so just keep that in mind, okay? I will pull out one card for that. Here. I think he's kind of like saving it for like the best time. Like he wants to do it at the right time, message you the right time. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like he is connected to you. That's what I'm feeling. Alright, so I'm going to read off the guidebook for this. This says, love makes the difference. So let's read here. Love is strong and can endure anything. If you trust love, everything else will fall into place. If there are challenges, it is important that you allow your heart to remain open. So basically, again, just have faith in love, be open to love like you have been, and continue to stay open to love. Love makes the difference. So you're going on the right track with this, dating people, getting to know people, and just being open to it. So everything you're doing is positive, hun, and it's really good. So with this question you asked me, I do feel like I feel like he will contact you again. So about the romantic thing though, I would say it's either he's just not ready or he's just taking it very, very, very slow, and it's like he'll just contact you like normal. It's not like something he's fixated on thinking about 24/7. I feel like you're not like there in his mind 24/7, but he felt like there was a connection, and I feel like there was a connection too. So there's a good sign about that, okay? So that is what I feel with that, hun. And let me see here. No, he was very attracted to you, as I see here what you asked. And I do feel like he felt definitely a romantic attraction, but there's something about him not being ready, or just him wanting to take it really slow and just not, he doesn't want to seem desperate. That's something I'm definitely feeling. He doesn't want to seem desperate. So that's what I'm picking up with that. He just seems like a kind of guy, it's like he goes with the flow. Uh, it's not like something he needs like so bad, like he needs a relationship right now. It's like he's just seeing what happens. That's what I'm feeling with him. Alright, so I have here, my ex is going to marry this girl he is with. Is he going to marry this girl that he is with? I do feel like he will. I do feel like he will marry this girl that he is with. I just feel like either she's bossy or dominant. Very strong girl. So either he's, that word we kind of use in America is like pussy whipped. So it's like when the girl has more strength over the guy, and I feel like she has more strength over him. Okay. I do feel like he will marry her. They will be engaged. If not, they are engaged now. I don't know what's going on, but I do feel like they will get married. Okay, definitely they will get married. Or engaged to a serious point, like they will get engaged. Okay. And be at that point where they're going to get married. So I do feel that. I just feel like she's very difficult and she has a dominant personality and she controls everything. She's the controller, and he's kind of pussy whooped by her, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm picking up with that. So it's kind of like he's under her spell, and he has to do what she says and follows her and what she wants to do for the relationship itself. So that's kind of what's happening with that situation. That's what I'm feeling with her and him. Definitely, she has this dominating, in charge character, and controlling. She's very controlling as well. And she's controlling kind of him and the situation itself. But I do see them getting serious. Definitely, I do see them getting serious. She's very like Chariot, somebody who takes charge and very logical but strong. The funny thing is that you're asking me if they're going to get married. I do feel like they're going to get serious, but I don't feel like they're going to be happy entirely. Because I do feel like it's going to be very, it's not going to be free and natural. She's just very controlling, and it's like what she says goes, and it's like he just goes with it, he doesn't really think for himself all the time, and, eventually somebody grows and somebody you soften up. I feel like she will eventually soften up, but it won't be always that won't be a fulfilling relationship. I don't feel like it's a fulfilling relationship now either way. It's like they're just with each other, and, they're attracted to each other. They like each other and love each other in the way they do, but I don't feel like the relationship itself is super, super healthy. Okay? But they're with each other. So sometimes that's how it is, Alright, so let me see here. How is my work situation looking? Will I get promoted and stay with this company? I do see you staying with this company. Now, promotion-wise, I don't see that happening for some time. I don't see that happening for a while. When I mean a while, I would say the longest, if anything. The longest 2 years, but I do see you getting a promotion within a year and a half. Earliest, I would say 6 months. But there's something about 6 months to the longest 2 years or a year and a half. So I would say within 6 months to a year and a half, you will get a promotion, and I do see you staying with the company. So I do not see you getting a promotion soon. I do not see you getting a promotion soon. And I do see you staying with the company. I do see you staying with the company. Definitely, these are very good cards. Things that have to do with legal documents, anything that's legal documents, so definitely a promotion or anything legal itself, or certificates, permits, etc. Since we're talking about a promotion, this has to do with documents itself, or just things itself that is tangible, that represents that in the near future. Like I said, a promotion or any legal thing that's occurring with this or in the process. And then obviously security-wise, you're going to be good. You're going to be secured, security-wise, money-wise, and it's going to be good. And you're going to stay with the company. I do see it. I see it's stable. I see it good. I see it's workable, and it's getting workable, and it's been workable. So I would say just to continue. And I feel like with time, you'll just, either you've gotten used to it by now, or you're just comfortable enough. And I feel like it's comfortable enough to the point where you're like, okay, this is what I do, and I'm feeling better about it, but I'm understanding it more, and I'm familiar with it now. So keep in mind that this is something that you're going to stay with, and I do see a promotion happening as soon as 6 months, latest 2 years, if anything, 6 months to a year and a half or a year. But I see it workable. This job and this company is workable, and I don't see the need to leave it. And I would say stay with it because it's being consistent, and it's workable, and it's good for you now. For now, it's good for you, hun. Okay? Money-wise, you're going to be good. Security-wise. Okay, hun? So that's what I'm feeling with that. I just feel like obviously at times, the people you work with, it can be issues, or it's just, you know, it's not very, people that you work with, sometimes you can't understand each other to the fullest at like every workplace, but I do see that can be a little issue here and there, but it's okay. I still see the company itself and everything else being workable. You know, that's just something temporary. It's not a big deal. But everything itself that you asked me, I see it's workable. I see it's good. And there's no need to let it go or remove yourself from it. Okay? All right, let's go to your next question. What's coming my way? What should I focus on? So, all right, so these are very open, free questions. And then I will pull out a couple more cards from the Oracle card deck. What do I see coming your way? So let's do a 10-card Celtic cross spread, and then that will be an overview of what I see going on. I already answered your questions, hon. Oh. Again, that legal thing came out funny. Alright, so let's see here. Alright. Good cards, very intense cards, but good cards. Alright, so I do see some form of worry with money at times, you know, worrying about if money's flowing well, if money's going to flow well. I do see it will flow well with the skills that you have itself, hun. With the skills that you have, everything is possible. Anything is possible. You just have to keep your focus and keep your eye on the target, okay? I do see an issue that is needed to be worked on is time management. So balancing yourself between work and life and personal life, time, organizing yourself, you know, just time management, and also emotionally and spiritually and mentally balancing yourself, that so you're not like one extreme or to the other extreme, you know, finding that balance and that peace within yourself to be able to go through things properly and naturally, okay? I do see a family. So I don't know if you've seen your family recently, or you're gonna visit your family, or you've been at some point you want to have a family, or there's something about family. So keep that in mind. Don't know if you're gonna visit your family or see some friends that is like family to you, but there's something about a family, hon. Okay, so keep that in mind. If anything, if it's not now, it can be future prospects, hon. Okay. I am seeing a risk taker. So if this is not you, this is a man that's going to be in your life. I do feel, if anything, dating wise, that's going to be that risk taker. That's going to be going for it. You know, going for eventually making something happen with you. Going out with you and things like that, a risk taker. So if it's not this person that we're discussing, that I do feel like he will contact you, keep in mind about this guy that's going to be a risk taker, that you'll see that he's trying to ask you out. He's trying to make things happen with you. He wants to make something happen with you, etc. Keep in mind and watch out for this person. If it's not now, if it's not this kind of person that we're describing, obviously the person you've been dating, because that's not what he's doing. I do see this kind of person coming into your life within, I would say, like 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months you'll be dating him. Earliest 3 months, but I do see some guy that will be a little bit more initiative towards dating you, etc. So keep in mind about this risk taker kind of guy, okay? If it's not happening now, I would say 3 to 4 months, latest 5 months, he'll be coming into your life. If not, if he is now, no, that's why this card is coming up now, okay, hon? I do see here being like having a problem with deciding this decision. I don't know if it's a certain decision you have to decide or you haven't decided it, but there's something about being tied between deciding this thing or making this decision. And it's like you have to make that decision, but you're not confronting it, you're not thinking about it, you don't want to deal with it at the moment. But there's something about avoiding a decision, avoiding deciding to make a decision uh, between these two options or between this option. I'm not sure exactly what it is because it's generic itself, but there's something about not thinking about it, not wanting to make the decision at the moment, not wanting to confront it at the moment, and just like, basically avoiding that decision to make. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is something that is coming up. If it's not now, it can be future prospects. But there's something about not making that decision, and you have to make that decision. Okay. Now I do see here something about recuperation and taking a break when you can. I feel like it's hard for you to take that recuperation due to the fact that it's been hard for you in general to heal properly, to allow those suppressed emotions to flow and heal. So it's basically saying allow yourself to heal when you can. If you feel like you're going through a releasing kind of energetic purification thing, allow yourself to go through that release because you need that healing and you need that break and recuperation. There's just something about taking a break, taking care of yourself, and recuperating and healing. And it seems like you're not accepting it. You're not allowing yourself to do that. Okay. You're not allowing yourself to do that. And it is needed. The card is saying it is needed. Recuperation, healing, and a break. Okay. I do see some form of death. So obviously not physical death, but I mean the end of something. So the end of something, a job or it's not a job. I do feel like you're going to still have that job. So it's not the job. It can be anything. It could be a relationship with somebody. It can be a friendship. It can be a transition itself from a house or a move or a car. There's just some transition out with the old, in with the new. But there's some form of transition that will occur. If it's not now, very soon. I see some form of transition. And it's a good transition. It's like you've had to let that go. Even if it's stuff that's in your house that you're selling and you got to let it go or throw it out, there's some form of transition that I see that's going to occur or is occurring, hon, okay? Again, something that needs to be worked on. Know that a lot of the things that have happened in your life is due to you sacrificing yourself, you putting yourself in those situations. No one else put you in those situations. It's something that you put yourself into. And you have power and you have options and you have choices in life to get out of it if you'd like to. So it's basically saying you have free will. You have free will. And most of the situations you've gotten into is because you've sacrificed yourself to go through that negative pain, that negative emotion, etc. Okay? I also see some form of money that's going to flow through. I do see some, again, anxiety and worry and fear about money and finances, but all will be good. I feel stability with your job at some point. I see it workable. I see it being workable. That's the word. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% good, but I do see it being workable, which workable is good, and that means that there's possible potential. Okay, and I do see a promotion. I don't remember how fast I said. What was the time frame? I said the earliest 6 months, if anything, the latest 2 years, but I would say 6 months to a year or a year and a half. I would do see a promotion. But I do see that your job is workable. Okay, hun? So that's what I'm picking up here, and that's what I see coming your way. I see definitely time management is something that's needed to be worked on, balance, knowing that you have power and you have free will and that no one's forced you to be in the situations that you've been in your life. You don't need to feel trapped. You have choices, you have free will. Also, there's a form of decision making that's needed, and you should not avoid it anymore. You need to make that decision. You're kind of just not confronting it and you're just avoiding it. If this hasn't happened yet, this is something that will happen in future prospects, hon. And also to keep in mind, there will be a transition, an end to something, okay? and healing is necessary. Healing has been necessary for you, and you kind of push it away or you avoid it as well. So learn to accept this healing and learn to accept this recuperation, okay? So I'm going to pull out one more card from the Love of Whisper Oracle card deck to end the reading for you, hun. I love this deck. It's very pretty. Very cute. So this card says here, get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So this can be that person that I was talking about that I said I do feel like he will contact you, which, listen, I don't lie about things. I tell you the truth. I'll tell you he's not going to contact you again, honey. He's not going to talk to you. But it's weird because I know you're saying he hasn't contacted you, but I do feel like he will contact you. He's just very slow. And that's not something he's like thinking about 24/7, you know? It's not like, you know how girls are more dramatic and we think about it 24/7, we're like analyzing everything. He's not like that, you know? It's like he's just doing it nonchalantly. The need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we will act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. So there you go. It's basically me saying the same thing the card's saying. Take this time, you know, if he hasn't responded to you, it's okay. You know, you continue with your life and know that if he does contact you, which I feel like he will, take time to know each other, you know? That's why he's taking this time, you know? It's not like something that is like desperately needed, but enjoy it. Enjoy the whole process of it. Okay, hun? Very beautiful artwork. I love it. All right? So get to know each other. So I will leave you with that. Oh, and so I want to just end the reading with saying, yeah, so if this is not the person we're talking about, maybe he'll change and become this kind of person, a risk taker. But know that I do see this guy coming in your life. I definitely feel like dating material. I don't know about long term, but dating material definitely. Okay? So I will leave you with that, hun. I very much hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a pleasure and it was so lovely to hear from you. I send you lots of love from the heavens above, and I can't wait to hear from you soon again. And cheers. All right. Bye now. Many blessings.